Victor manager.
Yo! We are here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the West Ham versus Manchester United match review and player grades, player ratings. We are going to talk about that game because Manchester United played not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. As you can probably tell, I'm a little bit under the weather. That's why, partially why the review couldn't happen yesterday. But we did rescue a point from the jaws of defeat in a last gasp equalizer. Thank you to Benjamin Sesko. And, you know, like we usually do for every Manchester United game, we're going to talk about each player, the goalkeeper, the defense, the offense, the midfield. And I'm curious to know from your opinion, who stood out and for what reason? Was it a good standing out or was it a bad standing out? It's funny because that game, in a one way, it could have gone either way, right? On one hand, it could have gone either way, as in the before West Ham scored, we were so close to scoring. Matter of fact, I don't know if it was another Johnny Evans special or what, but we had that corner kick routine provided by Bruno, driven low for Luke Shaw, and he hit it well. And that ball was a goal, basically, until somebody called Spider-Man said,
No!
He said no, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka blocked that ball. Because otherwise, it could have been a very similar game to the one versus Spurs, where we scored from a wonderful corner kick play, right? We were so close to opening the scoreline. Lo and behold, we don't score. Our offense is not looking crisp, partially because West Ham are under a very good manager, by the way. Nuno Espirito Santo is a good manager. I kind of laugh sometimes when I listen to other Manchester United fans thinking that, oh, yeah. That should have been a walk in the park. When we all know Premier League teams are all different, and especially you don't want to face a team that's battling that way out of relegation, especially if you let them score first. Because West Ham scored first and parked the bus, parked the plane, parked the Uber, they parallel parked, and they did not want to let nobody in the goal or near the goal. And I mean, you could say the same about the first half too, because for me, it gave like cup final vibes where the offense is doing its job. They get a few attacks in the opposition's half, like both offenses, not just the Manchester United offense, but the West Ham offense as well. But somehow the attacks are still not cunning enough. They're not dangerous attacks. And we it was that was the story, because like you remember there would be moments even sometimes later on in the game when, say for example, Sesko is trying to cross, it hits the West Ham defender, it hits back Sesko back, and it goes out for a goal kick. Kobe or Casemiro trying to cross, it hits the West Ham player, hits the Man United player, then he goes out of play for a goal kick. It was that kind of game. It was that kind of game. I know we all had crackhead takes. Not all. A lot of people had crackhead takes. I actually predicted a 1-0. It's funny. I was so close to saying 1-1 as I was closing that preview, by the way. So I should have just gone with my gut feeling. But the Manchester fan in me said 0. But I went 1-0 to United when I really wanted to say 1-1. But whatever. But that was what I was feeling in my heart, because, as I said, this team is battling their way out of relegation. And not only that, they are with a very, very, very good manager. Let's not forget what he did with Nottingham Forest last year. Nuno Espirito Santo is a very good manager. And he prepared a game plan, and boy, it went according to his plan. And they scored really at a very good moment, I think just after halftime. And those are the best moments to score usually, because whatever the team was talking about for the past 15 minutes in the dressing room, sometimes it goes out the window the moment you concede a goal first, especially right at the beginning of halftime. Very critical moment to concede a goal, because we conceded 5 minutes into the game, into the second half. So anyway, and that was a really, really, really well worked goal. I think it's Ahmad who had lost the ball on the other side, trying to beat, was it Dio for somebody? I can't remember who he was trying to beat. But all I remember is that the danger man that we talked about in the preview, shout out to Dr. NHS, because I think she's the one that mentioned Susek. I think Pav mentioned Bowen. Somebody else mentioned Bowen. I can't remember who said that. But it was Bowen and Susek connection that got them that goal. And indeed, you can also say, you can get to the other people that, because there was a domino effect of Luke Shaw not, letting the ball bounce, Lisandro Martinez just staying and not going out wide to go close down that cross. Or maybe he was doing what he thinks a center back should be doing, which is protecting the goal. So it led to a dominant. It's one of those things where one player makes a mistake and you're putting the rest of your team into split-second decisions that end up looking like a domino effect of a comedy of errors. And that's precisely how that goal entered the back of the net. Obviously, went through Lamonz's legs. But yeah, well taken goal. But that aside, we still fought. We actually kind of woke up a little bit more after the Susek goal. Our attacks starting to be a little bit more cunning. And but the more creativity, the people that were looking more like goal threats, that should have been looking like goal threats, are not looking like goal threats. I'm looking at Ahmad, I'm looking at Cunha, and the goal threat was really looking like Casemiro. I remember like that ball that Kobe, that was marginally offside. Kobe supplying a peach of a ball for Casemiro, and he put it in the back of the net. And it's always something, it's telling if your midfielder looks for another midfielder to look for the ball to go in the back of the net. It's like the forwards are not forwarding. The offense was not offending. So that's what I want to say first about just globally the game. That if it wasn't for that right foot of Benjamin Sesko. Matter of fact, he actually also tested the goalkeeper, by the way, Sesko. We'll get to him a little bit more specifically when we're doing the actual grades. But I think his introduction into the game, he always makes the dangerous runs, and the team is sort of obliged to look for him. And he tested the goalkeeper one time with a pass from Bruno through the middle. He just received that ball, put it to the right, took a shot. It wasn't the best shot, but it was on target. And had Homer Hansen been Onana or somebody else that could have a bozo moment, that ball could have gone in. But that was just the precursor of what was to come in the 97th minute. Because it took a badly delivered ball from Brian Mbeumo to get to Sesko, and he made something out of it. Thank God for Sesko's right foot. All right. Shout out to you, by the way, if you just tuning in. Thank you for being here. Kenny Fan TV says Somerville cooked Dalot as expected. Yeah, you remember the conversation in the preview about the matchups that we were looking forward to, and we said Somerville versus Dalot. Some people in here said, "Oh, Dalot is gonna cook." Somerville had a better game. Not only that, for me, the matchup I was disappointed by Kenny Fan TV is the fact that Ahmad did not put Diouf in a spliff, not even once. There was that one that could have been like sort of a penalty a little bit, but Ahmad was just way too flimsy. So, oh no, am I frozen? No.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Why is the technology not technologying? Oh, I'm not frozen. Thank you, Joe Blackman. All right, I was about to throw a fit. Thank you. But frozen like Luke Shaw's defending is a funny one, Kenny. So anyway, those are the global thoughts about the game that I wanted to share. I want to know what you think of these players. Like, our grading system. A player gets an A, B, C, or D. And matter of fact, yeah, I think we want to do away with the minuses, pluses. I think it makes the conversation more spicy. So, Benjamin Bumberglatt says, thank God for that right foot. Okay, Coley, yeah. He's the man. Like, okay, he's not yet the man, but he's becoming the man. Let me just say that. He's starting to like, the confidence is growing. Hold on. Guys, there's 23 people watching. How many likes do we have? Let's check. Kind reminder to please do the noble thing of hitting the like button. 5 likes. You guys are hilarious. You know what? We're not even doing the ratings. Let's listen to Nuno Espirito until we get 10 likes. I actually want to listen to what Nuno Espirito has to say. It's a 3-minute interview, because I bet he was fuming. Because for them it feels like a loss. I bet.
Defended well for 95 minutes and perhaps for this scored the second goal as well. Right goal on the line, the quality. Good turn strokes. How do you feel about that?
Is the reporter, what's going on with the reporter? Is he under duress? What? Anyway. I just can't hear. We need to improve the microphones don't they understand that in interview we need to hear the question to understand the answer? Usually conversations work like that.
Disappointed, of course, all of us, the players, the fans, ourselves, disappointed to take this final blow in the final moments of the game. But like you said, we compete really well. We've been able to contain a very good team that was in a good dynamic. You can see the quality, the effort of the players, the organization.
Hey, shout out to this man's beard, Yeah. Not a lot of people know how to make a white beard look slick, but Nuno is out here.
The way we started the second half was really positive. We score. And like you said, we defended really well. Exception of the United as a header before. also that is a good chance. But overall, a very positive performance on the defensive aspect of the game, and also in the final moments we had 2 or 3 situations with space in behind that we should put in the.
He's so right that they actually should have made it 2-0. SLD, I know you're saying feels like a loss for us as well, but them guys could have actually had 2 goals. You know what I mean? It feels like they could have actually killed us off. And let's not forget that. I know the Man United bias is talking, and it feels like, yeah, we could have snatched also a smash and grab, but they could have smashed and smashed. But they chose not to. Somebody decided to be selfish. Square the ball, y'all win 3 points. Let that be a lesson.
The game to bed. Thank you. Yes, Chris. Yeah, it's a tough one. Yeah.
How hard is it for the team to keep coming back from those kind of situations?
Yeah, we've been able to react, to bounce back from these disappointed moments that we've been having through the season, and the boys always been able to react and to compete. There's no other way. We have to keep on going. Today, I think we compete well and show the way. Our standards are high. We have to keep them.
Wait, they're in relegation zone. Okay. Whatever you think.
Yeah, but it was look. It's sometimes you just cannot avoid. I think inside of the crosses that Mbemo did through his career, maybe was not the best one. But look, it is what it is. Some things you can do well and you cannot avoid. Amazing. I think throughout the game, the fans were there. The energy and the atmosphere at the London Stadium was huge for us, helping the boys, and we're gonna need them. We're gonna need them till the end of this huge fight that we have in our hands.
You know, the London Stadium is like our boogie stadium. You know, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. The last time I remember us winning was when that Mark Noble missed that pen. Right? Was that the last time? I feel like Ronaldo was still there back then. It's our boogie stadium. We don't talk about it enough.
Of United, the way they've been building and creating so many chances, having lesser body in the middle of the park, we've been able to contain them better.
Suchek as well popped up with another goal. He's got so many kind of big moments for West Ham. What did you make of it?
No, it was great. I think Thomas has this quality in him that he always has been able to find the space and score in.
Especially against Man United.
Again, beside that, he did an amazing job during the game. Yeah, he's the injury that we have. Unfortunately, yeah, he's gonna be out. Yeah, that's a blow for us. Okay. Thank you.
That's a big miss because I think West Ham actually they're gonna stay up. Like if we look at the relegation, everybody's looking up there, top 4, top 5, merry-go-round. You know what's gonna happen: Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United. But the other interesting dance is at the bottom. Because I wonder, like we did predictions at the beginning of the season, and I wonder like what the revised predictions are, looking at the fact that Wolves, we know for sure they're gone. But West Ham, who have 24 points, they, you know, if they win and Nottingham Forest lose, that out of the mud. Spurs is not that far away from the mud. Actually, even like Leeds is a stretch. Leeds really have to go on a horrible run, you know. But let's be real. You can lose 2 games in a row. And then if you're Leeds United, and then all of a sudden you F around and you find yourself in 18th. So, yeah. Who do you think is going to actually make it out the hood? West Ham? Because Burnley feel like they're going to stay. Burnley and Wolves. It's really that third spot. Is it going to be Spurs? Is it going to be Forest? Or is it going to be West Ham? It's between the three. 18th place West Ham dropped points, says Kenny. SLD says, run the ads. How do we have 30 people here and we still don't have 10 likes? Come on, man. All right, let's run the ads. Realistic Red has said it. He's declared that Spurs is not going down. Why do you say that, Realistic Red? New manager bounce? Is that what you think? Is that why you think it will not be like that? I don't know. It's one of those things. They play Arsenal next, Spurs. So in the Premier League. So that's gonna be an interesting one. If they beat Arsenal because of new manager bounce, hey, that'll be an important 3 points. But anything can happen. Forest could find themselves going down, and that would be the craziest story, especially given the fact that the owner of Nottingham Forest sacked Nuno for Nuno to take West Ham out of the relegation zone, and then we see Nottingham Forest getting knocked out. Like, what? Imagine. This story is actually it's a movie, by the way. This merry-go-round, the sequence of events, because it also involves, like, when you look at the way Marinakas, I believe that's his name, the owner of Nottingham Forest, is self-sabotaging himself. It's a real movie, but also he's partially responsible for bringing Nottingham Forest all the way up to where they were, like, a very, very, very powerful team in the top 8, and now they're just on the brink of going back to the championship. It's a crazy story. It's a crazy movie. Marinakas, the movie. Another movie, by the way, is the Ange Ball movie. Listen to this, and then we'll get back to the show. Listen to this. In case anybody wants to buy movie rights, listen to the sequence of events, okay? Tottenham win the Europa League. Tottenham sack Ange Postecoglou, the manager who won their first trophy in 17 years. And then Tottenham hire Thomas Frank, a manager who has never won a trophy in his entire career, right? And then Nottingham Forest hire Postecoglou. Fast forward, not even that long, Nottingham Forest sack Postecoglou after 39 days, with the club sitting at 17th, right? And then Forest hire Sean Dyche to steady the ship. But then on the other hand, Tottenham sink to 16th in the Premier League, as players don't buy into Thomas Frank's methods, right? Now, Spurs sack Frank, despite paying him $12.8 million to appoint him and his staff just 8 months earlier, right? And then Nottingham Forest sack Sean Dyche after 114 days, with the club sitting 17th in the Premier League. And now Ange Postecoglou has sat down with on the overlap. Same day, both of his appointments get sacked. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Like, it's a crazy sequence of events. It's a crazy movie. Oh no, my machine keeps on freezing. Crazy. All right. Hopefully the sun freezes it. You know what it is? It's overheating. It's overheating. It's working hard. Let me do this. Let me make a last-minute adjustment. Unlike Michael Carrick, I can make adjustments. If the game plan is not going well, you got to make adjustments. Yeah, let's actually start with Michael Carrick. How do we rate Michael Carrick's performance versus West Ham? Considering that he went with the same team, right? The good old, if ain't broke, don't fix it. But if ain't working, you should fix it. And Michael Carrick, we all could see after 45 minutes that it wasn't working. We really couldn't lay a proper glove. And yeah, we should have known that the false nine experiment, the not having a target man was not going well for us. And Carrick should have responded, honestly, or even a lot earlier, you know. But let's also not forget that he avoided his first defeat. This was also not a loss for Carrick. So for me, Michael Carrick gets a C. He gets a C. He gets a C. He gets a C. I was gonna say B, but he gets a C. Because the reason why it's a C is because the answer was right there. It was clear, Carrick, that this wasn't gonna make West Ham budge. This game plan you had. So it took you how many minutes to make a sub? Let's see. Let's see. Maybe we'll bump it up to a B if he actually responded. 68 minutes. All right, more than an hour. Yeah. That's a C. Oh my God, Ronald, calma. I'll put the link in the C plus. We're not doing pluses and minuses, but if we were, it would be a C plus. That's exactly where I stand, KG. Big up to you for agreeing with me. H done. Hey, leave me alone, brother. KG says we should have won in the end. West Ham are fighting for survival and are the most informed team after us. And at home, we can't win every game. 100%. 100%. Okay, let me speed through this, and then I know Ronald has a lot to say. Okay, so let's go to Lamont. Oh my God, that ball went through his legs. It's a B. You can't get an A. But other than that, Lamont was good. Man, these picks are dope. Big up Joe Blackman. Big up to you. That shout out to Ref of Haven as well. I see you, brother. Okay. Send Lamont, I put him at a B because I feel like he the reason why he's at a B, he made a very good save that stopped Somerville from scoring. But yeah, you can't really blame him for Suisek's goal. It was between the legs though, but you can't blame him. So let's go to the next. We didn't have the leg, but we had Dalo, Diogo Dalo. Let's keep him there. Where's the D section? What a calamity of a performance. After putting in some good performances last couple of games, Diogo Dalo resetted back to factory settings, in my opinion. He left the game inside Somerville's pocket. And yeah, he nearly put Lamans in trouble with his back pass too. Ronald, I will share the link. No bullying, sir. Do not bully me into sharing the link. I will share the link. Just don't worry. Just be patient. Let me run through this. Big up to you, Realistic Red, as well. What about Mazraoui? We didn't see Mazraoui. Mazraoui, yes. You see, you should be putting Mazraoui in earlier into this type of game. You know, he should be starting. Matter of fact, moving forward, we should see Mazraoui. Please, Michael Carrick, Sir Michael. He's still undefeated, by the way. He's still without a loss. So speaking of sirs, Sir Harry Maguire is another player that I feel like he had a solid game until he was taken off. It was a shame to see him leave. I think he felt a little niggle, but I feel like hopefully his hamstring doesn't recur. But we're getting to that point with Maguire where the age is starting to catch up with him. By the way, we are getting to that age with Maguire because now the hamstring is hamstringing, and yeah, hopefully he'll be back soon. But I think he commanded, the game pretty well. So that's why I'll just give him a solid B. Where is Tyrell Malacia? Lord knows. Lenny Yoro was called in and probably had he's one of the few players who can leave with a little bit more pride, because Lenny Yoro came in and to some extent you could say Lenny and Aiden Heaven have been deserving some game time, and Lenny, was good to see him come in and play an important role and actually get a B. Well, actually, Lenny did not concede. Lenny did not concede, but to get an A, you gotta have something special and outstanding, Lenny. I want to put you in an A, so unfortunately, it's a B. That's better than Maguire's B, in my opinion. B for Yoro. Lunan, we will talk about that later. Big up yourself. Yo, big up to you. Pav says send the money, boss. Wait. Okay, all right. Well, let's stay focused. I want to hear why I gotta send some money, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, please kindly do it now. Please. Okay, moving on to Haven. We did not see Haven that day, but we saw Luke Shaw. But could he see the ball? No. Him and Dalo are in the same WhatsApp group. I'm going to put them in the D section right now for the moment while I'm sorting out and resizing things. Players that are not available, we'll put them there, not graded. Lissandro Martinez, Licha. For me, Licha, the only thing I could fault him for was just, the fact that he did not have a clean sheet. He could have done something to stop that cross from coming in. But this was the night where we needed Licha's line-breaking passes to pull up for us, and yeah, he unfortunately couldn't have an impact as a playmaker from the back as well. So it's a giving C, but we'll let him rest where B is. I'm sure Ronald has something to say about Licha as well. Mason Mount. Does he still play for us? Hi. Oh gosh. Let's go to Captain Bruno. Captain Bruno Fernandes. How do we rate Bruno Fernandes's performance, guys? Don't tell me he's fallen off or anything like that, because I don't think he has. But at the same time, that game, we were lacking creativity, and I feel like part of it is we gotta look for the chief creative officer, Bruno Fernandes, and say, "Sir, were you eating donuts or were you actually at work today?" And yeah, he couldn't make the magic happen. He couldn't make it happen, unfortunately. So it cannot be an A. It cannot be a B. Unfortunately, Captain Magnifico. Today, I put you in the C category. You and the other creative criminals. Somebody that can at least hold our heads a little higher than Bruno, in my opinion, is Casemiro. I'm willing to be changed, for my mind to be changed, but he was unlucky to have his equalizer ruled out by the tiniest of offsides. Did they say it was his pubic hair that was offside or something? I can't even remember which body part. But for me, B for Casemiro should be an A. Kobe Maino is another player that I also feel like, he did where was he during that goal when we conceded that goal? Where was Kobe? Does anybody remember? Realistic red, yes. Mount is injured. I can't remember where Kobe Maino was, and that's a problem. I can't remember if he was, partially responsible, one of the criminals, or not. But I'll defer this to whoever wants to speak on Kobe Maino. But I think other than that, the goal, like he was doing Kobe Maino things. Like that was a nice cross that Casemiro's, the one that was ruled offside. So we're starting to see more and more elements of Kobe Maino. Wait, does he have an earring in this picture? Hey! Our African brother, we have lost our star boy. Look at him. Look at the earring. He look at Kobe Maino with the earring. Did y'all know about this? Realistic Red says Maino could have gotten there. He says that money changed him. He used to be a good boy. What in the... Nah, Ronald. I am worrying about the right things, bro. Kobe Maino with the earring. What? Nah, I didn't see this part of his development. But the part I wanted to shout out was his crossing and passing. Long passing is starting to slowly evolve. And I like to see that part of his game growing. So as I put Bruno at C, Kobe Maino at B, Casemiro at B. I want to know if you disagree with me. Boom. We're going to have to resize these a little later, but boom, Kobe right there. Matthias Cunha. He's even lower than Bruno in my opinion. What did Cunha do? Yeah, the interchanging positions that they were trying to do, it didn't work. They interchanged so much that they confused themselves. These guys, like, they ended up confusing themselves. So maybe less interchanging next time, especially between Cunha and Bruno and Mbumo. I don't know. Right now, all I know is it did not work. I did not even remember like one moment where Cunha really nearly had a big impact in the game. Please remind me. The game was 2 days ago. I could have forgotten. So he's going to stay in the C category for me. Ahmad. Another player that is long overdue. Guys, I'm getting bantered, for Ahmad. Let me show you what somebody who supports Arsenal sent me. Check this out. Yay! Why somebody found I nearly said his name. Found the need to send me Amad Diallo and Gabriel comparison. I don't know, but looks like Gabriel has 3 goals. Ahmad has 2. Gabriel has 2 assists. Ahmad has 2. I'm getting cooked. Ah, no. Gabriel has never been offside. Ahmad has been offside 9 times. It's not looking good. But I don't understand why we're comparing an attacker to a defender. In the name of Banta?
What are you saying, man? What are you saying? What is he saying?
Arsenal fans can get in your nerves sometimes. It's a shameless comparison, right? But still, nonetheless, Ahmad needs to pull up his socks. Ahmad needs to pull up his socks. Yeah, don't worry, doctor. I didn't even respond. I left it on with the double check. It's a mute point. I was just, yeah. I was like, okay, hey man, whatever floats your boat. Gabriel is better than Ahmad. You happy now? You win that cup. How about that? Okay, but Ahmad, nonetheless, it is not a C type of performance. It's giving D, because if you can tell me one moment Ahmad put Diouf on a spliff or Disasi, if he actually had one successful take on, then maybe we might revisit the D and put it at a C. But for now, it's a D in my book. Benjamin Sesko, him and Lenny Yoro really did that part, you know. Yeah, him and Lenny Yoro did that part. Lenny did not concede a goal. Benjamin Sesko scored a goal. And yeah, it's a low A. It's a low A. Because let's be real, that's a defeat if it wasn't for these 2 guys, especially this guy. Last person to talk about in this list here is Brian Mbeumo. I think Mbeumo, for me, you, Ahmad, and Cunha, man, it's D's, fam. I don't know why I was being too nice to Cunha. It's D's. It's D's. This is the D squad. Pause. Ahmad, Mbeumo, Cunha, and Diogo Dalot. And Luke Shaw. Stand up. All right. Now I can share the link. That was a poor D, says Tiger Knee. Guys, kind reminder to hit the like button. D squad. Joe. Yeah, especially if you're just tuning in. We have almost 40 people tuned in. Thank you for being here. You're truly, truly appreciated. If it's your first time here, I want to hear from you. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Let's challenge this. Let's rearrange this. But I want to know some reasons. Joshua Xerxes, where would you put Joshua Xerxes in this conversation? No, I'm not. I want to have genuine conversations. Let's talk. Men like Pav in the building. You came in first.
Right. This is what we're going to do here.
All right.
Everybody, take out everybody off A, put them into B, take everybody other than Lissandro and Lamons, who's in B, and move them into C.
Even Casemiro.
Yes, move him into C.
For Casemiro. Come on. Nah. Why?
No, listen.
No, the other parts you're cooking, but tell me why Casemiro gotta go to C, bro. Casemiro, one of the biggest goal threats of the game.
You'll understand. Just move him into C for now, and Mainu.
Okay. I hope there's better be a good reason, Pav. Like, I need to
now move Sesko and Yoro into B, because we didn't win the game, so nobody gets into A. It's as simple as that.
But what could Sesko do, bro? What could Sesko do differently? Like he came
And
in.
he couldn't do anything differently. It's not his fault he's getting a B.
No,
His
but as
fault
an
for getting a B.
individual, he
The-
did his part. He is an
No,
individual.
I
You did
get
your
that, but
homework.
you're not listening to what I'm about to say. If he had been on the pitch for longer, he could have got an A because he probably could have won the game for us if he had some more time. But based off the minutes that he had and what he done, it's a B. You're
Is
not
it
getting an A
because
because
he
you
was
scored
out
an
of-
equalizer.
Bro,
You don't
Sesko-
get an A for having a few minutes on the pitch. You're getting an equalizer.
Okay, Pav. Compare Sesko and Xerxes, who came in as subs. One of them clearly had a better game, right?
So obviously, because Sesko scored a goal, but Xerxes almost scored as well. So based off of that, should we put him in the same category as Casemiro? Because Casemiro scored an offside goal.
Let's get on this biology. So Sesko, who is an attacker, came in and did his job as an attacker. And you want to bring his grade down because of somebody else, a defender who didn't do his job as a defender.
You can't just give someone an A because
Pav,
they
these
scored
are
an equalizer.
individual
No one
player
gets, brother.
ratings.
No one
This is
gets
not
an
a team
A.
rating, this is
Okay, so you
individual.
put hold on. Based off your logic, then should we put Carrick in B as well because it was his substitution of bringing Sesko in that got us the equalizer? Then why do you put him in C then?
Lineup also that was not effective from the get-go, so that's why he's at the C.
Then that's why Sesko goes in B because he didn't have enough time on the pitch to go get a winner. Yeah, he don't get an A for scoring an equalizer, bro. You get a B because you've done something that was effective. That warrants a B. Do you know what an A means?
Tell me.
Pretty much a flawless game.
Okay, I agree with that.
No one should get an A. We didn't win the game. The reason why these four individuals are in B because they were probably more outstanding in the time they had on the pitch. Yeah. Like Yoro, come on, probably saved 2 goals. Lamons made a crucial save. Didn't have much to do. Lissandro made one mistake where I said that he should have really seen the West Ham goal coming. Like he should have positioned himself better. But other than that, his game was better than Maguire's, the fullbacks, like the midfielders. I think could have done more. Mainu. I'm not saying they had a bad performance. I think they had if you was to rate it on a scale, would be a 5.56.
Okay.
So for me, that warrants a C. Now, who's on D? Let's have a look.
Dallo.
Yeah, belongs there.
Luke Shaw.
Belongs there. Ahmad belongs there. All the attackers, yeah, they all belong there. And now, if I'm looking at C, like even Carrick, I'd be in the middle between C and D because he should have made the Sesko sub. He should have made the Sesko sub at half time because that attack was dead the first half. Yeah. And 10, 15 minutes in the second half, it was still dead and he still took too long to make the change. But who else is there?
So where would you put Xerxes' performance then as a sub?
I mean, he only had that one header. So he could probably go into D as well for the minutes that he had.
Yeah, that header should have been in. Yeah, had it been on target, it was like
it would have gone in. It would have gone in if it was on target, but it didn't. And it's the same. You could say Casemiro could have got into B if his goal was an offside. But yeah, you're missing one crucial person off this list though.
Who?
Ratcliffe, and you need his own little box. Ratcliffe needs his own box.
Hey, Ratcliffe, he needs his own colonizer box. Big up, fam. Yo, Ronald.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Too much criminality from you. But first of all, let me address from the first point. You pissed me off when you said, "Oh, doctor mentioned Souček, brother."
It was you.
I told you about Souček and Jared Bowen, two players I was worried about.
So
and you out there giving credits to your favorites,
no.
I see.
You and Pav. No. It was you and Pav.
Nah. Don't care anymore. Just wanted to correct you. Don't care about it anymore. Never mind. Moving on from that.
It's February. Can you?
Moving on from that. All it needed was one game, one draw for Amorim inners to be outside, loud and proud, huh? One game, one draw. You want to ask questions? Your manager did criminality for 2 years where he was not able to make changes until the 75th minute in many games. And you want to talk about when the first change was made? 68 minutes till low. Okay, never mind. Third point,
No,
to
but
your
don't you
brother.
think? Hold on,
To
hold on,
your to your brother who said to your brother who sent you the hold on. I'm trying to help you now.
Before
To your
you go
to
to
your
that
brother.
Arsenal, don't worry. Before you go to the Arsenal guy, bro, I was gonna tell you. I was gonna say about the point you just made, right? That I feel like man, damn it. Now I just forgot it because
Good.
because of this guy's comment, because of Tiger Knee. Okay.
Good, you forgot.
Okay, talk about the Arsenal guy. It'll come back.
Okay, so the Arsenal guy, tell him, yes, Gabriel has more goals than Amad Diallo, but if we apply the same logic, Casemiro has more goals than Saka
Oh, okay.
in Premier League this season.
But for me, you see, I wasn't trying to engage in that conversation where we're now.
You should engage in that conversation. You should be petty with the petty person.
Players that don't even play the same position. First of all, engaging with an Arsenal fan is not a good look.
Anyways, you're right. Just do me a favor. Could you move one person to the line right beside on the right of you?
Who's this?
Amad Diallo.
Ahmad. Okay. To where?
A right. Right. A little more. Right. Yeah, take it all the way out.
Why?
Yeah, go on.
Why does he get a U?
Go on. There's still space. Yeah, thank you. Cool. Now, the reason why, because the criminality of this guy has been hidden for few games. He's been having a shocking season, but no one wants to really accept it, right? Obviously, I rate the guy, and I've told you before, I've given him a personal rating of A in some games as well. Yeah. But yesterday, for the last run as well, like he had that open opportunity where he could have actually scored. I've seen him score that kind of goal. I don't know if it's a confidence thing or what, but it's just bad for him because every time I see the manager taking Cunha out, in my head, I'm like, nah, take Amad Diallo out, move Mbeumo on the right side and put.
Do you know why he didn't shoot, Ronald? You know why he didn't shoot, right? Because in the previous phase of play, Luke Shaw provided the ball to him, and then that shot was off target. So he was like, damn it, I should have squared the ball. And now, like two chances in a row, being selfish. Ahmad
but did you see that most of the defenders were actually focused on Sesko? So he had one angle, had an open goal.
That was the perfect moment for a finesse with the left foot.
Yeah,
that was that moment when he drove.
And we have seen him score it.
I agree with you, but he psychologically, I think that's what was happening with Ahmad. But
and it's not about even like solely on GA. It's just I don't know. It's just not the same Amad Diallo that I'm used to, and I'm not used to every game scoring, like every game a goal scored Amad Diallo. I'm not used to it, and I'm not trying to mock it either. I did say even in the game before this one that he was pivotal with like the defensive work he was putting in. He does help. The low needs help, right? So he does help that. But what I'm trying to say is whenever we're making a change, instead of taking Mbeumo out or Cunha out, we need to take Amad Diallo out sometimes. Like you can't have that player as untouchable as it is. Because if he's not really putting efforts or providing you with something by the end of the 90, then why do you even keep him on? Because we've seen Cunha get subbed off. We've seen Mbeumo get subbed off. Have you seen Amad Diallo get subbed off?
Yeah, Amad off the bench. He needs to have his spell off the bench, and we see him work his way back.
It doesn't have to be permanent, but for 1 or 2 games, just so that he can get his groove back.
Yeah.
Because we sacrificed the manager just for saying like I want to play this player into form, didn't we? So
we did.
I don't know. It just felt odd. You might want to bring him back to F. Because I might have gone too right, but you can bring him back to a little. Yeah, you can bring him back to a little F. But again, the standard he has set for himself is too high. And he's lived up to his standards, right? He's done pretty well, but just this game was kind of bad. I don't know. And Delo might be an F2. I don't know where the hell you put him.
Wait, Dallo or Luke Shaw, who had a worse game?
Both were equally bad, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I think Luke Shaw, bro. I think Luke Shaw had a worse.
Both of them had a bad game. Delo was out there flying 2-foot tackles just because he got nutmegged or something. Remember, he got a yellow card.
Okay. Can I also ask you this? In hindsight, now that we saw a game that had Wan-Bissaka in there and had Dallo in there, did we make the right decision by letting go of Wan-Bissaka and keeping Dallo, or should it have been the other way around?
I said this the day we let him go. We let the best right back go. I said it the day we let him go. I've been fighting for the Bissaka train for time. Bro, why do you think I don't like Dallo? Because we kept the scrub in the club and we sold the good one.
Yeah, what do you think, actually? I want to know.
Wow. You did Ronald dirty. First of all, you know.
I did him dirty. That was a great mic drop moment. What are you talking about?
Mic drop.
Yeah. He's been advocating for Wan-Bissaka, you know. So, like, they got Ronald. What do you think?
Yeah, that Wan-Bissaka take, nah. No, it's revisionism.
Okay.
Tend to forget.
Get the popcorn out.
Ronald
charged with revision.
Number 2
on this Thursday morning. Okay, yeah. Number 2.
Nobody deserved an A, and I have to agree with the previous callers. Nobody deserved an A. The B, you can pick and choose.
Who are you picking out of this B section?
I mean, it's a B. They're all like B minuses, but you know what? I'm not gonna say anything because we're not doing plus or minus. They're closer to C than ever. I get with the Ahmad being sitting on the bench because since he's come back from AFCON, it's been sucked. It's sucked. Him and Mbeumo both, it sucked. They could do a lot better. The only reason people rate Mbeumo higher than Ahmad is because he has some goals and assists.
Can you please repeat that statement again one more time? And I want to make sure I understand you. You said what? The reason why what? The
reason why people rate Mbeumo a little bit higher than Mbeumo right now is because Mbeumo has had some goals.
More than Ahmad?
Yes. In fact, since they've come back, Ahmad hasn't had a goal, has he?
Ahmad has had 0. I say you saw that post. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 big chances created. 2
again. Why are we listening to what the Arsenal fan says? Go look for your own stats. And again, I understand what revisionism says, but you guys get my point. We're going back and saying, "Oh my God, we should have kept." We always do this. We always keep going back saying, "Oh, we should have kept this guy." Now people are saying, "Should we get?" Or not people. I have seen in the past few weeks. Let me rephrase what I'm about to say. I've seen in the past few weeks people keep on asking, "Oh, should we bring back Scott McTominay?" When Højlund was scoring a few goals in Napoli, all you people are like, "Oh, should we keep bringing back?" You people tend to forget the. Next
Talk
week,
to them, dog.
you people are really why? I'm trying to.
They like to go back to that old thing.
Yes, we don't go back to our exes. There's a whole song about it. There's quite a few songs about it.
Okay, so Kohli, by the way, disagrees with your assessment, saying, and most people's assessment, saying that Sesko deserves to be in the A category. You know, like
because he scored the equalizer.
I mean, what did he do wrong? That's what I was arguing with Pav about, saying, what did Sesko do wrong?
So because what he came in at the 70th-ish minute, right?
Yeah,
around the 70th minute. From the 70th minute to the 96th minute when he scored, what did he do?
He had a really good shot on target that from outside the box. and then he had one chance where he made the run into the half space, then try to cross it. The ball hit him back, and then went out for a goal kick. And then the third action was the goal.
You know what? Do you know what? During the watch along, now I'm remembering something. During the watch along, what I did say is, it's not his fault. People stop crossing into the box when he's on the pitch. When he's not on the pitch, and Mbeumo gets everything.
Cunha gets everything. Mbeumo gets everything. Like Ahmad would rather cross to Ahmad than cross to Sesko. Make that make sense.
So maybe he gets the A. Everybody else then gets a D.
Okay.
I'm just being crazy. Okay, I'm sorry.
I feel like there was a little bit of a...
Coley, I agree. What do you want more from striker coming off the bench? That part I agree. And I did say that 2 days ago. You people need to provide him. To be fair, if he had been Højlund in his position, we would have lost that game. Maybe, possibly. But then again, as I said, I'm going to stop talking about past players and managers. Guys, we have to stop talking about Ruben Amorim because I'm over it. I'm tired.
Who mentioned him right now? Nobody mentioned him.
This is a PSA. This is a PSA.
Okay.
He's gone. We are in the middle of February. It's been 6 weeks. Get over it. But then again, as I said, maybe people take longer to heal from exes, so I'm gonna move on.
Okay. It sounds like you've moved on, even though you know the exact number of weeks it's been, but okay.
He left at the first day of January. It's not hard to calculate. It's not.
It felt like it's been 6 weeks.
See, the thing is, Jesus emphasized, he said, I tell you, on the day of the judgment, people will give account for every careless word they spoke. So I'm just holding bots accountable and making.
You decided to bring him back in. Why?
No, wait, what happened? He was still talking. Did he?
Bots?
No. I didn't do anything. I just don't know what happened to Ronald's connection. But okay. Yeah.
We're going with that story.
What do you mean that story? But anyway.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, cool. So, Doctor, the thing is, obviously your judgment days, but Doctor, I think you blamed me for revisionism, right? Now, see the thing. I'll be honest with you. No, hold on. Let's talk about it, because when Dalot was kept and when Bissaka was sold, people said, "Oh, Dalot provides more GA." Back then, as well, Bissaka had more GA than Dalot. Even today, after so many games, Bissaka in Premier League has more GA than Dalot. He's more defensively sound defender than Dalot. The only problem with Bissaka is that he can't really cover the back post. And that was also a common denominator as a fault in De Gea. So that did impact us in corners. But now we have more experienced players who could have covered that part. But if in this world you're trying to tell me Dalot is a better right back than Bissaka,
I didn't say Dalot was a better right back than Bissaka. And also, I remember the day we had a stream on this channel when Wan-Bissaka was leaving, talking about this. And either way, whoever left, I didn't give a shit. You know,
that's your prerogative. Why are you talking about revisionism then? You're trying to change facts in the name of revisionism. It doesn't work like that, Doctor.
You haven't even let me finish talking. I know I was taking a little bit too long to gather my thoughts, but let me talk.
Okay, gather them.
What I'm saying is, I think people, like, you have to look at the person's strengths, weaknesses, and then figure out what you want. The board decided to look at the strengths and weaknesses of both Dalot and Wan-Bissaka and say, you know what, I'll let Wan-Bissaka go. And honestly,
you trusted this board.
No, I didn't say I trust this board. I don't trust them.
Because the problem I have with this decision, Doctor, is that this decision. See,
I may
Doctor,
have
what we're
said
trying
back
to,
then, I still want Dalot gone.
which
I
is
may
fine,
have mentioned this. So I
which
wasn't bothered.
which is fine. But the thing is,
It's just
Doctor,
that I know this
sometimes
fan
some
base will
things
say,
come
oh,
true
we
in
want
hindsight. Doctor,
no.
sometimes some things come true in hindsight. This was wrong back then. This is wrong now. There is no hindsight to this. It is just wrong. And for Wajid as well, the one who's saying the GA thing is true, it is not true. Bissaka has 4 goals and 20 assists, while your boy Delo has 4 goals and 13 assists. Make it make sense.
No, but why are you talking about GA anyway? Why are you talking
I'm
about
talking about GA
what
because
we
that was one
wanted
of the
to say
points.
before? We
Because
didn't
that was one of the
we
points,
didn't want
Doctor, they used to say Delo is better than Bissaka.
And I feel like Wan-Bissaka has been in the Prem longer, no? Hasn't Wan-Bissaka
And
been in the Prem longer? So obviously
so,
he's going to have more GA, if that's what you're talking about.
oh, so now you're defending Delo.
No, I'm not defending
Okay,
the
fair
law,
enough. No, fair enough.
I'm
You
not
know what?
defending the
Every
law.
performance he drops a stinker. Just like Onana, I'm going to hold you accountable. And you know my word. I will hold you accountable, Doctor. We will come back to this. No
That's not what
problem. You made your choice. We all make our choices.
I'm not defending it at all. You people
No, you
know
just
this
did.
sort of criminal
You
thing.
just did.
No,
You just
I'm
did.
just trying to prove your point.
No, you
And
just
yes,
did.
Wan-Bissaka went from Crystal Palace to Manchester United, and now he's at West Ham. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dalot went to Europe. The only team he's been in the Prem is in Manchester United. So make that make sense. You mentioned GA in the Prem for Wan-Bissaka.
I mentioned it for both of them.
I'm not.
And one player went on loan to a place no one goes.
One has stayed in the Prem longer than the other. So as I said when the Arsenal stats came, the Arsenal thing came up. It's a moot point. I'm not defending. They're both shit. They both need to go. Dalot needs to leave.
I agree, both need to go. That was my original point. But you told me I was doing revisionism. I don't know. Maybe a few years down the line, you would tell us Onana was good.
No.
I think ATS Travel summarizes it well. You know, the bullshit. You're defending which shit you prefer. Big up, Ronald. Big up, Doc. I want to know what you think. Did we make a mistake? You know, because one of them had to go. It was either Dalo or Wan-Bissaka. Young Papi, after seeing both players on the pitch yesterday, you know, big up yourself. How do you feel about
That's all going, my boy.
Yeah.
You know that scene in Hangover where Charles starts singing in the elevator?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I was feeling.
So which side were you on? Were you on Ronald's side or Doctor's side?
To be fair, Spider-Man rules, isn't it? So yeah. You know my hate for Delo for the longest while. I'll try to give him credit where it's due.
Yeah.
Like last week I gave him a A++.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should have never done that because, you know, this week he just threw that A++ in my face. Like, you know, like you thought that was going to be consistent, bro? I didn't think it was.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was consistent? Yep.
Yeah. To be fair, I would say, Dalot would have had to go. I would have kept Wan-Bissaka at that time. Okay. To be fair, around that time, Maguire was flopping at center back. Nobody could get past Wan-Bissaka at a point in time. I was thinking, obviously, it could be a different, you know, everybody could be like, hell no, this, that, the other, whatever, but nobody was getting past Wan-Bissaka. We had a failing center back. At that time, I did want Dalot to come back from AC Milan to fill the right back position because we had nobody else other than Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka could be more of a center back at that time to ease up on Harry because Harry was having stinkers after stinkers after stinkers, innit?
Those were the dark days. I remember.
Yep. So where I could compare you to, I would not trust Dalot ever at a center back role how I would trust Wan-Bissaka.
Okay.
So that's where Wan-Bissaka really gets over. But
Yeah.
You know, since he left United, I have seen, when a player leaves United, you start to see the faults in their game and stuff, like,
Yeah.
him leaving the players back posts and stuff, like,
Mhm.
so,
Mhm.
and Dallo does it worse. So at the end of the day, Wan-Bissaka would take over,
Yeah.
if you ask me. So yeah, Ronald, I'm agreeing with you
Okay.
100% there.
Okay. And on the player ratings, was there any player
Is
that
that
made
Shea Lacey as a U? Is that unused?
no, yeah, you is like
Okay.
yeah.
I thought,
Today it's unused. Sometimes we call
okay.
it ungraded, but yeah.
Um, to be fair, sure, and Dalot failed us this game, if you ask me.
Okay.
Like, they're the reason we did not win. The crosses were absolute trash. So,
Oh.
what do you want the attacking to do with them crossing?
So you're putting
Like,
them in an F, like
yeah,
they're
I would put both of them in an F for this game. Yeah,
and then
100%.
Ahmad back in D or F.
Ahmad, I'm gonna be honest. I'll put him in between. In all fairness, because he should have shot that last one instead of squaring it. Although you can never go wrong if somebody's squaring a ball. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah. Take the shot, Leah. Go ahead, do something.
All right.
Like, show some hunger, show some spirit, whatever, And that could have killed the game right there,
Yo,
And that would have boosted him from being in between there to BA.
facts,
Also, like,
facts. I mean, even in the preview, we were saying he's overdue a goal.
No,
So,
definitely. Yeah, he definitely. I wasn't even looking at that much, to be fair, but yes, he definitely is.
all right. And anybody else you wanna switch up
Let's
before I go to
see.
the next caller?
Let's see. Can I move Lissandro? I hate to do this too.
Wait, to where? To where, mate?
To
Hold
a
on.
C, like just a little bit,
Really?
like in between C and B. He was playing way too slow, where we couldn't penetrate their back line or midfield. He was playing way too slow. He wasn't doing terribly bad. Don't get me wrong. And it's not. This ain't even a defensive thing for him. This is more on the attacking side of things. He's like, the ball was just so slow coming off his foot, or when he was on the ball,
But you know why
players were
sometimes
getting.
he does that though, young puppy. He
No,
has to
no, I know,
work
I know.
to
I
press,
just don't think it was
right?
the game for it. That's all. Like, he was just moving too
But
slow,
that's the
and
game
every
plan we
time.
prepared, though. That's how we've been playing, where you gotta wait for the other team to really want the ball. That's how we were effective to do it with the rondos.
No,
That's
but
how
we
we
did
were,
it. No, this is a whole different thing,
but
though. Like,
yeah, they were not attracted to the ball as much as Arsenal or City players. So that's why it was a little bit of a different tactical proposition. And Leacher sometimes would be pausing with the ball, waiting for a West Ham player.
well, this is it. But that pause was stopping us from actually giving a threaded ball through to, like, a player like
Okay.
Bruno or Cunha or whatever that was right there waiting. But then you're looking past that. He kept looking past them. Every
Yeah.
time he was on the ball, he looked up, and he didn't even look in the midfield. He looked at the strikers and the other wing on the other opposite side. I'm not against it. That's just what killed our players, most of the players. And if it didn't work 2 or 3 times, why you keep doing it that way? That's my whole thing. Like, if something's not working, switch it up, just tweak it a little bit, and boom. That's the only reason I'm giving him where I gave him.
I, my king. I hear you. I like what I said, young puppy, earlier on. Because like the lineup was, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But then if it's not working, fix it. Right?
Well, if you see it's not working 2 or 3 times, just tweak it a little bit. Like,
Tweak
you
it.
could stick with the same what's that M word I'm looking for? Whatever. You could stick with the same figure,
Yeah.
but same way. Like, just tweak it a little bit. If you've been directed to go straight forward, but you don't see nothing straightforward, you got to go to the left or the right. You just can end up going to the left or the right. That makes more sense, right? And then you could work your way with your triangle that way. Like, you could get to that player that you want to by using the other players.
The passing lanes. Heard.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Big up, young puppy. Let's talk to ATS Travels. Big up, Wajid.
Big up, bots. How we doing, broski?
Good, my bro. Is there any criminalities that you see on the screen? Any grades that need to be changed in your opinion?
I would move all the attackers to F minus Sesko.
Really?
What did they do? Cunha came off the pitch after 60 minutes. He did nothing. Ahmad was poor all game. All right, cool. If you want to put Mbuma between D and F, that's fine.
Yeah.
Sheshko can say where he is. But yeah, that's about it.
And then what about Lenny?
No, like, to be honest, like everything else I'm generally okay with. I think Kobe, to be honest, Kobe and Lissandro can come further down because they both lost Sushek for the goal as well, if I'm being super harsh. But yeah, like, and they were all just poor.
Yeah, it was. I think we were just not ready for the type of game that West Ham plays. You know, and
yeah.
we just didn't have a plan B when plan A is not working. You know, it took too long to find plan B. Would you agree with that?
I don't even think it was a. I don't even think there was a plan B. I just think that they believed that West Ham were going to come out, and I think this is the first game Carrick really got found out. Not found out's the wrong way. I think it's the first game that Carrick hasn't tactically adapted the way he should have. When you're in a Premier League game and your centre back can stand on the halfway line and hold the ball for 10, 15 seconds and no one goes out to engage with your centre back, then you know this is the type of game you're coming up against, and you have to change it. And the problem is that we only found impetus for 5 minutes after West Ham scored, and then what do you call it? We found like impetus once Sesko had scored, but it was too late by then.
Yeah. Actually, I think our attacks after that moment we conceded started to become a little bit more dangerous. It was not just like attacking for attacking sake, if you get what I mean.
Absolutely.
A little bit more like intention, and I can only dream if only Sesko was on the pitch earlier, because he had 2 moments. What if those were like 2 more moments? You know.
But I don't know. I think I look at it a bit differently because in a different day, excuse me, on a different day, Man United win because Luke Shaw's goal is not blocked off the line. Casemiro's onside. Sheshko's goal at the end. United win 3-1. I'm not
also
so much.
On a different day, Somerville, whatever his name is, the guy who didn't square the ball to make it 2-0 for West Ham, that could have also happened. That's like on a different
No, no. I get that, but the Luke Shaw thing happens long before Somerville has a chance to make it 2-0. So if you want to go hypothetically, Luke Shaw makes the game 1-0, and it's a totally different game. I know you're trying to
hypothetical.
Yeah, that's what big. So but so yeah, like I'm not so much disappointed with the result. It's just the performance more than anything else. But yeah, if someone had said Carrick's gonna come in, you're gonna get 13 from 15 points, you're gonna drag yourselves up to 4th, and have people believing in Man United again, everyone would have taken that. Now let's see what happens after the international break.
Facts.
My brother, as always, blessings, man. Good talk to you, man.
Always love what you big up, my broski. That's my guy right there. Big up Coley in the building.
It's good.
Let's talk. Benjamin Sesko got a B here, you know.
No, he hasn't. He's got an A because everyone's incorrect.
Can you put up a better argument? I tried to fight Pav on this, but he won. And then I ended up conceding and putting him at a B, bro.
All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is I was talking to Charles about it the other day. When you drill down onto, like, you got to take into consideration how much game time he's got. Like you said, if he had 2 more chances, if he got on the pitch earlier, we probably win that game. fact that
I believe that, yeah.
Without sounding like too much of a nerd, yeah, and obviously like I'm not trying to say I've got any kind of experience at that level, but I'm trying to say like if you really look at how he finished that goal, that finish was where we got a striker there. Like we have got a real player there. That's a player, bro. Like that's not easy to do what he did.
Yeah.
So
and you know, like the thing about it is like it wasn't, you know, you can put almost any defender there, you know, because that usually defenders don't get that ball.
bro, the reason why it was like there's so many elements of it, but what you're talking about is the fact that the defender knows, yeah, or is gambling on the fact that not many people can do what he just did, and not many people are going to try to. Yeah, so that's why he steps off him and gives him the space. And Sesko knows the defender is likely to give him the space. Like Carrick said, he's been looking at tapes of people. He's been doing the most to try and make sure he's of standard and ready, innit?
Apparently, he's been talking to Bebatov as well, you know.
Bro, I'm not surprised, bro, because that is intelligent play with the things he's doing there, and that is a striker. That is the kind of player that will bail you out of shit performances, and that's what he did.
Yes.
And as a sub, trying to break into the first team, you can't ask for any more than what this kid's doing. I think he had like 3 chances, he's converted 1, and he's had what? How much time did he have on the pitch? 20 minutes?
Yeah, 20. He came on 69th minute.
Bro, what more? Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, I don't know what else he's supposed to do bar win the game, which is then like we're talking like way more than an A rating. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's done his job. He's done his job, and he's the only person that did, and that's the reason why we got a point. That needs an A.
Coley. But then we gotta move Lenny Yoro as well. Like wherever Sesko is, Lenny Yoro is there. Because if we're about to say he was faultless, Lenny Yoro was also faultless. Like when he came in, we were already 1 goal down, and he came in and had a very good performance as well from the back. You know.
Listen. You asked me to do the Sesko. Sesko is my guy. Yeah, that's who I started. That's who
He's like, I don't know. Don't involve me in the Lenny Yoro conversation.
I'm joking, yeah, but the only thing about Lenny is the metrics are different. Like, did he stop a nailed on goal?
Yes, actually, you remember that moment? I think it was actually they ended up ruling it offside, actually. But do you remember he was screening actually 2 players? There was a moment Lenny Yoro was screening 2 players and had I don't actually remember which player it was, the West Ham player, but he did exactly realistically the chase down. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
all right, if you want to, because you can say he affected the scoreline by doing that. So if you want to put him in at A, boy, the logic's there for me.
Come on.
That's all you can ask of a sub is come on and change this game for us because it's not going our way. That's why you're coming on.
Yeah.
And they've done that. Do you know what I'm saying? By scoring a goal, by stopping a goal, as their jobs as defenders and strikers, jobs are done, bro. Like, we salvaged the point out of a shit performance. Thank you, lads. And then, like, if we're talking about the worst end, bro, get Luke Shaw off the page. Get him out of and put him off the
page, bro. Really?
Oh, my God. Do you know what pisses me off about the situation of Bots the most? Do you know what pisses me off? It's kind of this, like, it's just not respecting Bowen. That's all it is. It's not even laziness. It's just not respecting him. You didn't go for the header.
Yeah.
And you didn't shut him out properly either. You just thought, well, he's not really gonna make nothing of this, so I'm gonna take the easy option. Like, you weren't aware of your surroundings whatsoever, and you got caught lacking.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just stinks of like. I don't know. That's madness. What I was about to say there, but
I'm like, no, don't get us cancelled. Big up Coley. No, what I appreciate about Coley fixing these grades, I like this a little bit better. I feel like Benjamin Sesko and Lenny Yoro deserves like that outstanding, distinguished like grading. You know, maybe it's not like an A in the typical sense that an A is like a game winner, but to some extent, he rescued us from the jaws of defeat, and that deserves its own distinction. And Lenny Yoro had an impact on keeping the score the way it was. Guys, kind reminder to hit the like button if you haven't done so. We're gonna conclude the show with the professor.
Hey, what's up?
Big up,
You
professor.
you still on punishment though, because you said some. You said you said who's a criminal. You cannot enjoy what people enjoy with Carrick, because you hammering us every week. I suffer.
Wait.
But let's continue. Let's continue.
No, Omo, hold on. My job as a fan is to support the what my club is doing, right? And me supporting the previous guy doesn't mean I cannot support this current guy.
Wait a minute. It's not about that. If you see that your club is doing something that's foolish, do you still support that?
No, I support the moves that I support, the ones that I think are not foolish, the ones that I feel like I understand.
So you thinking keeping Amrin this whole time was not foolish?
Well, today's stream is not about keeping him.
You know what? You're correct. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yes.
Let's move on.
We have moved on.
Listen, I'm glad that Carrick brought the standards back, because out of 5 games we won 4, draw 1, and people are upset. And this is what it should be. This is what it should be like. Upset that for a draw. Out of 15 points, you got 13. I'm upset. People are upset. I let them be upset. I agree with them. I understand your feeling. This is what happened when standards is brought back to the club. Now on to the players' rating. Listen, Carrick. I will say Carrick got found out. Nuno Santos is a demonic manager. He's a demonic. You see the boss at Park back there. It didn't work. So whatever Carrick was putting out there was not going to work. Because if Sesko, if you started Sesko, something could have happened. Because the way Mbeumo plays is we are more of a counter-attacking team. This is how we've beaten everybody so far. Sadly, like, oh, you're a counter-attack. I'm not gonna attack you. He didn't attack us at all, except for that chance was Luke Shaw, and that's how they were able to get the goal. But you see, they didn't bother attacking. They're like, oh, we're gonna hit you guys at the counter. Have the ball, do whatever you want to do. And that's where the issue lies with us. Now the issue is, can you break down low block? And that's what to look for in our next match versus Everton. Because again, David Moyes, another manager that could beat the monk if he wants to. Because again, I saw that last match. But either way, to this player's rating, yes, they didn't play so well, but then again, it's up to the manager to help them play well. And when I see this rating, I'm like, okay, I'm out there. I'm like, yes, he had a poor game. He's played consistent 90 so far. For the past 4 matches, he played 90 minutes. Mbeumo as well, Mino as well. Past 4 matches, played 90 minutes. I'm looking at my players that have played 90-minute past matches. Maguire past 4 matches. I think he got subbed up the 3rd game. Bruno Fernandes 90. It's like fatigue has gotten to them, and I know people say, "Oh, we play 1 game a week." Fatigue has got to them, and it is what it is. It wasn't a good game for us. As it was a West Ham game to win, but we got in there and stole a point. But again, still not happy with the draw, and that's what that's the standard Carrick has brought back to the club. And this is the first time we see Lenny Yoro in the back 4, because again, Yoro is a sweeper. You put Yoro and Licha together, it will work together. Why? Licha go out there trying to tackle the ball. If you beat Licha, you got to go past Yoro. Yoro is a sweeper. It is what it is. That's all he was doing. That's all he was doing. It was like, oh, you pass my players. I'm here to sweep the ball. You're not going to get past me. You're not going to have Yoro go out there like, oh, Yoro go out there and get Bowen. Bowen will skin him alive. But if you say Yoro sweep, easy sweeping. That's all he did. Easy sweeping. He made his job. He made him look like a superstar. Put him in a role where he will succeed and he will look like a superstar. This is the first time he's been in the back 4, I believe, right? Yes.
Yeah. First time in the Carrick. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, no, first time in the back 4. Licha and Gay. Licha go out there, get the ball. If you beat Licha, you gotta go past Yoro. You're not getting past Yoro. Simple as.
So for you, the ideal combination is Yoro and Licha as opposed to Licha.
No, not as the ideal combination. That's the type of player Yoro is. He's the type of player that he will sweep. Like, for example, we had Ferdinand and Vidic. Vidic, go out there, get the ball. You beat Vidic, you're not going past Ferdinand. Simple as. When you had that 2-man combo, you know one person does this, one person does that, boom, you're not going past number 2.
No.
Same thing with, let me say, for example, because because people start getting a tissy. Example, Varane and Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos go out there, get the ball, he loses, Varane sweep. Again, this is an example. This is why I say I'm example, because people get up in the tissy like, oh, you compare example. Example, in the world of football, this will happen. Again, another example in the world of football.
Hey, hit the like button, for example. Big up, Professor. Realistic Red said an interesting point here, saying that the thing with Nuno is that he went to the Jose Mourinho school of defense and Fergie struggled with Mourinho. Oh, this is an interesting one, Prof. Like, you could say that game it felt like Fergie Mourinho tactically school-wise, right?
Definitely. Like Santos from the school, Marina. Like, listen, a demonic way, but if I get my counter attack and it work. And that's how they got to go with Sushek. That's how they got to go with Sushek. Like, again, my thing is, I'm happy. Listen, people might say, "Oh, Mino didn't do this." Listen, I saw what Mino did, and listen, it could have been more, but we should have taken advantage of that minor role to get to go forward with it more. Because I understand, like Bruno, I know the type of player you are. You're the type of player, GA. You're a GA person. It is what it is. You're that type of player. You will give us the GA. But when the GA is not coming through, let other people work around the ball. And then to me, it's like Mino was getting the groove of the game before that goal came in. And once that goal came in, we just had to switch and get a goal one way or the other. And again, what the Casemiro offside goal, we should have taken advantage of that, because again, what was Wan-Bissaka's weakness when he was at Manchester United? Back post defending.
Yeah, he followed.
We should have continued attacking that, and I don't know why we didn't do it. Maybe is whatever Steve Holland and Carrick, whatever they learn in their background, but we should have taken advantage of that. And again, listen, Mino, this is star in the making. 1 year of growth stunt, and he still showed that the class is there. Listen, ball don't lie. I'm leaving it at that.
All right, big up, Professor. The ball don't lie, and Kobe Mainoo, yeah, his command of the ball is it's impressive. It's impressive. Too bad that it couldn't we couldn't make the most of it, Guys, we've come to the end of the stream. Kind reminder to do the thing that is important. It's okay if you don't. It's all good. If you know what, I figured there's a lot of people over here that are new subscribers or whatever, or new viewers, and they're still deciding if they want to hit subscribe or if they want to hit the like. It's okay. Either way, we will be here whether you like the show or not.
We will be there. We'll be there.
Talking about missing people, guys. I'm gonna end the show with this. Check this out. Talking about somebody who misses somebody. You might laugh at this, you might not. But the fraudulent one.
And after that, the pace for Antoine and Nico make the difference. Mateo, you have an incredible pace going forward. Why you don't go quite often? Today, bring the opponent, make incredible diagonal pass. Kevin. Erling, keep.
Pep Guardiola misses Kevin De Bruyne.